All right, g'day, and welcome to Wing It Podcast number 12. Nearly slipped up there. Number 12. No more legs 11. We're up to 12 now.
Yep.
Doggo, how are we?
Good, thanks, mate. That's why you don't do the intros normally.
Oh, we take it in turns each week, mate, actually.
Yeah, we do.
I just get the number wrong every week.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Because usually you screw me over with the script. Just
Some
this
of
time,
us-
that was just user error.
Well, some of us just prepare all the time, and some of us don't. Some of us just
Wing it.
nice. We just finish each other's sentences, don't we?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, well, we'll review the round that was, round 8. Boring round for me, actually. I didn't find that round very fun at all.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was boring.
Yeah, I only went 9 for 9 and predicted everything that happened in the rounds. So.
Did you really go 9 for 9 on the
on
Wing
the
It
podcast? Yeah,
It's amazing how you get 9 for 9 on the podcast and never get any tips.
I got 8 for 9. Yeah,
That's all right. Well,
got to take a risk, don't you?
obviously do our players of the week, potential back-to-back from me, potentially. We'll find out later in the episode.
Even I don't know what's going on.
No. Then we'll review the next round coming up, round 9, and then obviously finish up with our hot wings. So, without any further ado, let's kick it off.
May I add some absolutely juicy hot wings this week?
Juicy hot wings, eh?
Yeah, I love them. I'm really excited for them.
I don't even know if my hot wing I can even bet on. But we'll find out.
No, you'd have to chuck it in live chat and
BYO.
message Julie and see how he's going.
Fuck Julian.
Anyway,
Here we go, round 8 review.
you
If
kick
wanna-
it off, mate.
You want to kick it off? All right, I'll kick it off.
I wrote down some nice headlines for you.
You have Cats pump the reigning premiers, and that's probably the best way to put it.
Mate, you know what I was thinking though?
What?
In that game, I could have sworn the score was 57 to 59 in like the third quarter. And then the Cats won by like 60.
It wasn't. I think that they just kicked away in that last bit of the third quarter and the last quarter.
It was ridiculous. They were even down like 30 at some point.
I think it was 15-1 second half goals.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Jesus.
I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty sure I heard that.
That's full on.
It was a demolition job. We both tipped the Cats, and we were pretty confident on it.
Yeah.
But down 8 points at half time, I didn't expect a 10-goal win.
No, not at all. I think everyone's margin was absolutely shafted this
I think I
week.
went 4 just to play it safe.
Oh, yeah, I think I went 16, and that was like pretty outlandish, I thought. But far out, yeah, like just Richmond just aren't looking like the Richmond they are or were. Sorry, but they're getting out Richmond every week. It's seeming like, with the tackle count, with the pressure, and especially the pressure on in the contested ball. Like that's how the Demons beat them. That's how Geelong beat them, and that's how Sydney beat them. Just being tougher in the contest and smashing them in the clearances and just smashing them out the middle. So
You know, one thing I did like from Geelong, they dropped Stanley during the day and bring in Big Sav.
loved it.
They just disregarded Nankervis completely.
Oh,
So we don't give a
big time.
shit like whether he's going to have 50 hit outs or not. We don't care. And it pay dividends. They
Big
kicked
time, yeah.
2 goals after half time
Wow.
to 15. It was a 15-1 run. I think that's what I heard. So
Jesus.
Geelong, I think we need to stop undervaluing Geelong.
Yep.
They've done a demolition job of Richmond and they do a demolition job of West Coast. 2 teams who most people predict in their 8.
Yeah. They're
Not as bad as we look. Yes, they lost to the Crows round 1, but huge outlier.
Yeah, nice little live bet from you as well, wasn't it?
Yes, at half time, paying $4 or $3.75. I think I got him at.
Yep.
So that was a nice little juicy half time bet.
Yeah.
But no, great game
It's
by
good to
Geelong.
win $3 or $4 on a Thursday or a Friday night. Isn't
It
it?
is something. It's not sometimes, but no, very good win by Geelong and very impressive.
Yep.
And Kane Corn pretty much said that Richmond are done. So
Wow. It's not like him to
no, it's
to
not
throw
like
out
him.
big statements.
No, not at all.
Like when he called the Demons to win the premiership a couple of years ago.
Yeah, maybe it's a couple of years too late.
Yeah, not
Too
wrong.
early, sorry.
Too early, yeah.
All right, moving on to the next game, but great game. We have here, if I can read it, Saints gritted out against the Suns. Yes, that was a very good way to put it because that game pissed me off.
Oh, I love that game. I was so stoked.
I was obviously on the Suns, so it was a hard watch for me.
I was very upset actually watching the first half. It just really upset me that, not in the Saints, I was just upset with myself that I've gone and tipped the Saints again.
Yeah.
As underdogs, I've tipped them again for whatever reason. It's not worked for me yet this year.
They've showed nothing yet.
No,
Ever.
nothing at all. And they got up in the second half, led by Brad Crouch, absolutely dominating.
That last quarter was huge by him and St Kilda, all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone just piled on the pressure, and it was really important. Jeez, Paddy Ryder, unbelievable.
He is something else, isn't he?
He's a weapon. Any snap at goal, that bloke is an absolute lock. I talked
100%.
about that last week, actually.
I believe Damien Barrett said in one of his articles, if Payarada plays, they're playing finals. And I thought when I read it, I went, gee, you can't be banking on a 30-plus-year-old Payarada anymore to do that. But when you look at it, you go, all right, admittedly against Gold Coast,
Yep.
but you look at it and you go, nah, it frees up a lot because his tap work is obviously second to none.
Yeah.
Probably the best tap ruck in the comp.
And their
Him and Nick Nat.
midfield's a lot better than
Yep.
most midfields. It's probably like a top 6 midfield.
100%.
And yeah, you put someone tapping it down to those midfielders in
He
there.
puts it down their throat, but more
Yeah.
importantly, he puts Ron Marshall forward, or if you want to
Exactly.
swing him defence, because they lack a tall forward and they lack a tall defender.
Well, I love seeing Tim Membry going back. And you talk about 3 or 4 marks in the last part of that fourth
Probably
quarter.
the best on ground that last quarter in terms of
Yeah.
saving the game, because Gold Coast were pushing hard,
Yeah, he was having a really rough game. Like
couldn't get near it.
it would have been his 100th goal if he kicked one, and he kicked 2 points, and he was just shocking.
I think it was more. I think it wasn't his 100th thing. It was like his 400th or something like that. But
I don't know about that.
I think it was more than his 100th.
Membry the Deadeye.
I think it was 200 actually. I think it might have been. I think it was on 199 for the day.
Oh, potentially.
But yeah, I
That
think
sounds a bit more
Membry's
right.
had a bit more than 100 goals in his career. I think.
Maybe, who knows?
Who knows?
But no, yeah, he went
the
back
stats man, mate.
and just played that serviceable role that sort of Oscar Allen's been playing for the West Coast Eagles.
Yes.
And yeah, that was really great to see from him. And yeah, sort of just helped him secure the win.
I'm set. Now the Giants and the Dons. The Giants, the scoreline made it look a lot friendlier than it was.
Yeah,
Giants, I think we're in control 98% of this game.
I didn't watch it.
They were out by, I think, 20, then 30, then back into single digits, and back out by 20. It was one of those games that just kept going back and forth. Essendon couldn't hit the lead, and they made it look a lot prettier than it was.
Oh, really?
But Josh Kelly's back in form.
Unbelievable game.
Back in form.
Dominated.
I hate
Nearly
it
got
for
most touches.
Yeah, it's always hard to back against someone like Zerrett, but Josh Kelly looks like he's back in form, and when you get someone like Whitfield in, it frees up him so much.
Most centre bounces attended in that game.
Was Josh Kelly?
Yep.
Really?
Along with Shane Munford. So pretty much the most attended.
Wow, I didn't
And the
know
week
that.
before that, second most attended as well.
Wow.
After he was
Under Taranto,
completely
wow.
pushed out to the wing.
Complete to a half forward.
Yeah,
putting
half
him on two.
forward. Yeah, so yeah, he's completely out of that wing role, and looks like some fantasy juice this week if that's what you want to get into. But yeah, I've got him in fantasy this week, and he's bottomed out, and he's looking like he's going to be a 110 sort of player if he's playing that midfield role.
Oh, he has been for 5+ years now. The main issue people don't go Josh Kelly in is because of price, one, and two, his injury history.
Yeah.
But if he's a clean run like a Merritt or a Duncan, then he's in most teams as a lock.
He's a top 6 forward.
100%.
easily.
Oh, forward. He's probably a top 2 forward now.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
was
forward
gonna say
status.
top 2, yeah.
He's probably a top 6 mid on his day. So, but yeah, good win to Giants. I don't have much else to add on it. Do you?
No, well, yeah, I said that it would be a really close encounter. And you said they'd win by 30 plus. So just another one I've called up. I'm going to be hyping myself up this
Unfortunately,
podcast.
I was right all game till bloody Essendon decided to kick it on and get the garbage time goals and make it look prettier than they needed to be.
Cole Langford with a great snap at the end of the
Yes.
game as well to bring it to 3 points. So
Now, excuse me getting the computer up because you've written a Bible for one game and no one else had a Bible, which is interesting. Anyway, D's
this
tough it
isn't-
out in
no,
the wet
you've
against...
skipped one.
Oh, here we go. My apologies. Pies get back to form against Down and Out Roos.
I'll read the next one.
Yeah, you can have this one. Very disappointing. I thought North Melbourne were going to win this game, and they showed moments of it. They actually take nothing away from North Melbourne. They actually looked all right. They just were, unfortunately, Collingwood's top end class as it should.
Yep.
Outshone the Kangaroos, but God, Collingwood is still shit.
Yeah, not very impressive at all, that win.
They just scraped past North Melbourne. Like let's be real here.
Yeah. It was really disappointing to see, especially coming off so many losses. They're 1-6 now, and coming up against a team who couldn't be lower in the league right now. Like, couldn't be probably the worst team of all time.
Yeah.
People are pinning them for right now. But yeah, I was actually really unimpressed by this win from them. Like,
So
I just
unimpressed.
expected them to come out, steal side bottoms, 250th game.
They showed no fight,
Just take the sword to them completely.
and that's just exactly what they didn't do.
Yeah,
North
exactly.
came back in that after half time, and I think it was like a 3-point game for a bit there.
First 3 goals of the second half they kicked.
And Collingwood just had no response. They obviously did end up winning thanks to Degoe pretty well. His 4 first half goals,
Absolutely dominated.
2 of them from 50s. But
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah, but,
and Jaden Stevenson 2 goals in the goal square.
yes,
Yeah.
but and he's now out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Saw
Unfortunately,
that. What actually happened to
I've got
him?
no idea.
Neither. I keep saying this, but
Yeah,
I've not seen it anywhere but Fantasy Pigsty.
Yeah, that's why I've got no idea. No one really cared about what the actual injury is. But yes, unfortunate for North Melbourne. It's going to be hard for them to win a game now. That was their winnable one.
Yeah.
So moving on though, you can have the floor.
Yeah. So I've got a bit of a story written here,
How did you do?
but the D's toughed it out in the wet against the Swans. So
Was it wet? Was it?
yeah, it was a little bit wet.
Didn't watch a single
So
moment of it. So
has been. You didn't what?
didn't watch a single second.
Oh,
so.
I watched it all. So, yeah, the Demons. Look, I said this would be a very close encounter, and it was. I said the Swans line, absolute juice. It was 23.5, and we won by 9. these are the kind of games we need to win.
Yeah.
Like we said last time, teams are taking it to us, they're hunting us, and we're just dealing with it. It's very impressive to tough out those games. So if teams were sort of just rolling over and we were steamrolling them, I wouldn't be as impressed and as confident.
No.
But this game has filled me with so much confidence, and I said it was our biggest test yet.
Yeah.
And I stand by that. I think
I agree.
that was our biggest test. And Stephen May, oh my God. Unbelievable. Like, Buddy Franklin, who?
Oh,
No idea who he is.
don't disrespect him.
Buddy Franklin is 15-1 against the Demons all time.
Is that correct?
Yes, up until that game. He was 15-1. He'd scored 43 goals and 46 behinds in 16 games.
I don't even know what that maths is. That's a lot of shots on goal every game, isn't it?
A lot. And the only game he lost was in 2019 when we just beat him.
Wow.
So, yeah, just an amazing record against us. And Stephen May managed to keep him to just 6 touches and 0 goals, 0 behinds.
That's
so,
the impressive part.
yeah, I said he'd keep him quiet, and he keeps every key forward quiet. Doesn't matter who it is. So, Harry Mackay this week, may as well just not show up. Just go home, sit in your bed, watch the game. No point showing up, mate. But no, interesting stats about this game. I've got a few written down here. So,
Go on.
we've got, so the Swans had 38 tackles inside 50. We're currently the best team in the comp for tackles inside 50 with 15 a game.
Wow.
And the Swans are 16th normally.
And they had 38 tackles
38 inside 50. So they absolutely pumped us inside 50, which is our game plan. And they brought it to us.
Is that in their forward 50 or defensive 50 or just both?
Yeah, forward 50.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, in our forward 50, so they're defensive.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
No,
wow.
no, they're forward 50.
Yeah, they're forward 50.
Yeah. You confused me.
Yeah.
Yep, and also we lost the clearances 17-4. This year we've lost the clearances 8 times. We're 8-0.
So you're just adopting Richmond's game plan now, aren't you?
We are a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know what's really impressive though about our defense?
What?
Out of 17 clearances that the Swans won, 0 goals won. Is what they got out of it.
There you go.
How interesting is that?
That is very interesting.
So it just shows that our defense with Petty now in the side, Lever, and also Stephen Mays just really holding up, even against some of the best forwards of all time, people say. So no, Demons, unbelievable game. James Jordan, congratulations on the Rising Star.
Yep, very well played.
Max Gawn had that much pressure off of him with Dogger Jackson absolutely dominating.
Yeah.
And Clayton Oliver is second in the Brownlow predictor right now. Would you believe it?
That means jack shit though.
And he's absolutely dominating 3 votes for that game as well. So, no, it was amazing to see us step up and mature and not get bullied by the Sydney midfield like we have in years gone by.
Yes.
But no, great win for the Demons and 8-0 on to Carlton next.
Very, very good. All right, well done, Dogger.
Thanks, mate.
Now, the other Saturday night game, I was there. Worst game of football I've ever watched.
Yeah, I was interested by this.
Port won by 49 in the end. Should have been about 149.
Matt's multi would have got up for that.
We kicked poorly, but that wasn't the reason. It was just a shit game. It was the whole entire game was like a 21-point margin for the whole entire game. It was so boring. There was no passion, no fights, no nothing. It was the most lackluster showdown I've ever seen. Ever.
What a joke.
It was a shitful. When the medal was happening, we thought, who's going to win the medal? No one had any idea at all. I wouldn't be shocked if Rory Laird won it because no one stood out.
Well, I looked at the game stats afterwards because I obviously didn't watch the game. And I couldn't pick out a single person that stood out. I think Rory Laird was like the only person that actually sort of stood out.
The only player had over 30 touches.
There you go.
No one stood out. Boak had 28-1, which looks good on paper, but he was not... it wasn't an immense performance from Boak. I've got no idea who the umpires would give 3 votes for this game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if Robbie Gray got the 3.
Hopefully Ollie wins.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he got 1 because he was very good in the first half. I would not be shocked if Fantasia gets all 3.
Wow.
Having 6 shots on goal.
6 shots on goal, yeah.
Admittedly, kicking 1.
Yeah.
But
really?
Kicked 1-5 in the end.
Gosh.
But 6 shots on goal. He was there. He was everywhere in the forward 50. But a boring game. Don't want to talk about it too much. We beat Crows by 50, which in my eyes was a bit of a loss. Should have been much more than that.
Yeah.
But we'll take a 50-point showdown win every day of the week.
Yeah.
So
Can't complain.
no, you can't complain. Now on to the next one and 4th consecutive showdown, as you had written down here. Is it actually? Yes, because we won the last one of the year before COVID, didn't we? So yes.
Potentially.
Anyway, Eagles beat the Hawks. It was break the Hawks. You right here.
They broke them.
They broke them down real bad, didn't they?
Yeah, they're a broken team.
They flat
Broken
tired.
side. Yeah,
they really
for
flat
sure.
tired, didn't they?
Alistair Clarkson doesn't get pumped like that.
No.
But,
let alone by a Eagles team that can't travel, as you keep telling us.
They can't travel, but I still tipped them this week, and against my will. But no, so yeah, the Hawkers kicked I think 3 goals to 0 in the fourth quarter because the Eagles just went to sleep in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think they didn't give a shit by then.
No, they didn't at all because they were up like 45 and didn't care. And yeah, the Hawks.
Think about next week.
Yeah, exactly. The Hawks made it look a little bit better than it was, but I just want to highlight Oscar Allen's game.
He's really becoming a top tier player.
He is, and he's just an unbelievable defender when he goes back. He's just playing whatever role the team needs with Barras and McGovern out. He's going back there, and he's throwing himself at the footy, and he's been unbelievable. Like he's a top tier forward, can win the Coleman Medal at some point in his career, I believe, top forward, and he just goes and dominates in the back line as well, just because the team needs it. I think that's amazing.
I think he probably is the best utility in the AFL by a nudge.
Easily.
So, like I say, if they want him to pinch it in the ruck, no worries.
Yeah.
Kick 5, he's done it before. So, no, you're
Whatever
right.
he needs to do.
You're right.
He'll do for the team to win.
Very handy player, and they'll be making sure they're holding on to him for a long time, Oscar Allen.
And I was very upset because I was actually waxing lyrical about a couple of the Eagles players to a mate of mine who's an Eagles fan. Mm-hmm. And then he went on to say, I don't understand why you hate them so much. And that really annoyed me because I hate the Eagles, but I actually like about 10 of their players.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite a lot. But no, fuck Adam Simpson.
You just hate Simo and Gaff, that's it.
Fuck Adam Simpson.
That's all it is. Anyway, on to the next game on Sunday. The Dogs got the job over the Blues.
Yep.
Blues looked really good though, and they had that game won for 3 quarters, but the class of Bulldogs prevailed.
Please explain why Patrick Cripps was sitting on the bench in the start of the third quarter.
Yeah, no idea.
Why?
I don't know.
Goes and gives the team talk and then jogs to the bench. Bontempelli proceeded to dominate throughout that third quarter.
Bont won the game in the second half.
He did.
And Cripps, dare I say, lost the game in the second half.
Big time.
It was reversed. Bont did nothing first half, Cripps did it all. They switched roles, didn't they?
And it's not his fault. Like, he was put on the pine to start the game for whatever reason.
Who knows? I've got no answer for that.
No.
At all.
But the Dogs just showed their class and their grit.
They did.
It was an impressive win. Like, for any side to be down, whatever they were, 30.
Yeah, down 30 odd.
And then win. They were paying $5 when they were down 30. And I hopped on. No big deal. Pretty good bet. Tried to tell everyone, but no one actually got on it. No. And then everyone asked me if I got on it when it came through. So, should follow me next time. But no, another successful tip for me, and just led me on to 9 and 9. But continue.
And now we've got the last game of the week. Brisbane proved too good for Freo at the Gabba. Boring game.
Very, very boring game.
Brisbane, as we thought would be too good at the Gabba, they were too good. Freo really, really poor.
Yeah.
But
no, the fact that
I got nothing to say about that game.
The fact that what came out of this game as the biggest story was the goal umpire getting in the way of Matt Taberner.
Oh yes,
but
that was the biggest headline. Yep, that says something, doesn't it?
It says a lot about the game. It was a very boring game. I told everyone on the podcast last week, if you listen, Daniel Rich most touches,
and he did it.
Paying $6, he got up. So
I didn't expect it. So well tipped.
If you followed that, I said that about a week in advance. So it was a huge tip, and you're welcome for the free money, everyone. But no, it was just a really boring game, but it's just showing you again that Hugh McCluggage can really take the team on his back and step up.
Yeah.
But an unsung hero of this game, who is it, Cam?
Jared Lyons.
Exactly. I knew you'd know it.
Yeah.
This bloke is absolutely tearing up. Like obviously McCluggage doing really well, and he's getting all the accolades, all the praise in the world and everything like that. But Jared Lyons is absolutely tearing up right now and not getting the praise he deserves.
And he's been very good with Neil out, hasn't he? That's the thing. He's stepped up to the plate. He's always been a high position getter, but he's been a bit more of a match winner, a little bit more than he's been needed to. So that's impressive.
No, he's an impressive player, and I love the role that he's playing right now with Lockie, unfortunately being out of the side. But no, he is really tearing up at the moment. But yes, on to our players of the week, Cam.
Here we go. Back to back for me.
Back to back, he has done it.
Will Power.
I love it. Will Power.
You're the one that suggested it and I already had it down pat. So well played. Will Power, back-to-back players of the week for me.
First ever back-to-back player of the week.
And I nearly didn't give it to him because I lost. But I thought, you know what, Suns showed enough in that game. And St Kilda it wasn't on him. So I thought Suns were really good for 3 quarters. Should have won the game, really. They just lacked a bit of top-end talent to get over the line.
Yeah.
But Will Power, very, very good game yet again. Had a couple stinker kicks, don't get me wrong.
Oh, really?
A couple stinkers straight out of bounds on the full. But when he had the ball in his hand, apart from those couple, his efficiency was really, really, really good. So, Will Power, congratulations. You're the inaugural back-to-back Wing Player of the Week.
We just love the Gold Coast boys here, don't we?
We do.
We've had Jack Bowes, we've had Noah Anderson, and we've had Will Power twice. He loves it.
Something about him, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe just the coaching. Stewie do.
Yeah,
Just
it's gotta
dominating.
be. We're still doing favourite player.
Favourite player of all time.
Gotta be.
But no, yeah, I reckon those are the sort of games that they need that presence of Matt Rowell to win. If they have Matt Rowell in those sort of close games, he's going to win it for them.
I'm going to disagree.
That's how good I think he is.
Yeah,
I'm so keen for him to come back.
I think we need to part the brakes on this kid.
No, he's that good.
I don't think so.
He may be ugly, but he's good. He's traded his good looks for our footy talent, so
Let's just part the brakes on this kid.
you got to respect that.
No, all right.
He's going to be my player of the week as soon as he plays.
He's played 4 games of football. Let's just settle down.
And he's dominating. He's got
played
like 12
4.
votes.
Yep, and
Anyway,
played 4 games of football.
and on to my wing-it player of the week,
Yes.
James Jordan.
The bias continues.
Young JJ dominated. He was so impressive. 95 Dream Team points, 23 touches, 8 tackles. He's tackling week in, week out. He's really epitomising what we are as the Melbourne Football Club this year.
Was that tough?
He's tough. He's hungry for the ball, hungry to keep his spot, highly competitive at all times, and he's just using the ball quite well as well.
Yeah.
But he's not using it in the way that he's taking the game on himself. He's using it in the way that he's looking for the better players around him so they can use the ball. And he's looking for the Salems. He's looking for the Ed Langdons. He's looking for the Clayton Olivers.
As he should be.
As he should be as a young kid. And
Probably not Clayton Oliver, but yeah.
in his second season, he is undefeated right now. He is 8-0 in his career.
He's Trevor Lawrence.
He's a gun.
Wow.
Dominating. So, yeah, shout out to James Jordan, my winger player of the week.
Congratulations.
Well done, JJ.
Well done. All right, moving on to the next round, the preview. Doggers done the work, done hard yards here, and put all the lines and the odds up, so we've got it all ready for you. Anyway,
How good.
First game.
Lines and odds brought to you by Sportsbet.
Proud sponsor of this. Maybe a sponsor of the podcast.
Yeah, they could be a sponsor, but we'll bleep that out until they sponsor us.
And considering
I don't know how would they sponsor us. Would they just give us like bonus bets every week?
No, we sponsor them already, so they don't need to bother.
So true. So true.
All right, Friday night. St Kilda take on the Cats. Currently, Cats are $1.40 favourite. The Saints $2.95.
Yeah, you go first.
I'm taking the Cats easy.
Oh, okay. Because you said Saints off air. And I thought you were being serious.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I can't trust the Saints, even though it's at Marvel. Doesn't really matter.
15 points is under to me, and I'm taking Geelong minus 15. It's 25-point win for me.
I'll tell you what, there are some juicy lines this week.
Yeah.
When I looked at them and typed them all in, very, very juicy lines that I think there could be some real value in there.
And I don't think I can tip, if I ever see Geelong, actually I'll bat this in. This could be this could be a half a wing. If I ever see Geelong for the rest of this season, minus 12 or 15 around that mark, under 3 goals, I'm backing that line in every day.
Remember when I took a minus 11.5, they didn't win?
Doesn't matter. I'll be taking them minus 8. If it's anything under a 3-goal margin, I'll be taking that every day of the week. When they've got Cameron firing, which they do now, Tom Hawkins and Gary Rowan, they're going to be pumping scores.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I think they
15, that's actually embarrassing.
Yeah, that is well unders. I think it's the only reason is because it's away and it's a Friday night game. But it doesn't bother me.
No.
I actually like Geelong almost better under the roof of Marvel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Tom Stewart going to have a field day probably.
Yep, 100%.
Mitchy Duncan, just imagine what he's going to do.
It's going to be disgusting, actually.
I'm watering at the mouth just thinking about this game. Anyway, no, I'll be definitely taking Geelong here. I'll be taking them probably about 36 points.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they'll win by near 40 and maybe take their foot off the gas a little bit. So, I don't think St Kilda have shown enough against quality opponents.
They just scraped past Gold Coast.
Yeah, exactly.
Scraped.
But, no, I think, yeah, you're right. The line is absolutely juicing that one.
Now moving on to the first game on Saturday afternoon. Swans $1.30 taking on the Pies at $3.50.
Yeah.
20-point margin, I reckon. I'm taking the Swans, no doubt.
Easily.
That's just a no-brainer for me.
I think this will be their bounce back game. They've played a couple of really good close games recently.
Yeah.
And I don't think this is going to be one of them.
Well, they beat Geelong.
Yep.
And then they go and narrowly lose to you.
To the best team in the league.
That's good form lines.
Ever?
That's good form lines.
Ever?
I'm going to answer your question. That's good form lines. So, Collingwood show nothing for lines. Simple. I'll probably take Swans a line.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't actually bet on the game. But,
neither would I.
Swans to me, easy. I'm sure the same.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next Saturday afternoon game. Hawthorn take on North Melbourne. $1.40 to $2.80. This is a juicy game. I know I just said moments ago North Melbourne won't get a better chance, but
this is up there.
They won't get a better chance now. They've played Collingwood and they've played now Hawthorn. The only other chance they're going to get is Crows.
Yeah.
They're going to win one of the 3.
They've already played Crows and they lost. They got pumped off 40.
Yes, they did. Yes, they've already played Crows. No, so they've already played Crows. They've already played Collingwood.
This is their last chance.
This is their last chance.
Maybe the Dons.
Unless they play Hawthorn again.
They play the Dons next week.
Nah, Dons are a better side. So this is our
There we
last
go.
chance. Will Alistair Clarkson, you lose to a team that's 0-8.
If this was at Marvel or the G, I would be taking North Melbourne every day of the week. It's at Utah Stadium.
But that's kind of a North Melbourne bit of...
No, 77% win rate for Hawthorn.
But
They have dominated there, and they
take
will
it with a
continue.
grain of
It's Pig
salt.
Park.
Take it with a grain of salt, considering most of those wins were during when they were winning everywhere.
Yeah, true.
They were winning everywhere.
Against North Melbourne.
Yes, but they were winning. But they were winning no matter what. You know what I mean? So I'm taking North line.
Yeah, I'm inclined to take North.
I'm too big North Melbourne. I'm back to big enough. I'm taking North Melbourne here.
I'm inclined to take them to win. You've taken them the last 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Terrible. You're going to go 3 weeks in a row for the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
But if you are out there,
correct.
and I don't know this position because I'm leading the tipping competition by six tips, but if you're out there and you're struggling with your tipping, you're trying to get in that top echelon to make yourself a little bit of coin, I'd be getting on North Melbourne this game. It's worth it at the sort of opportunity they have.
Yeah.
I think they could win it, but I'm going to be taking Hawks here.
All right, there we go. First split vote. All right, moving on to the next game. Suns and Lions. The Q clash that they call
Yeah,
it.
Q Clash.
Q clash.
I was thinking about that today. I was looking on it, pondering. I was like, is it going to become like a showdown or a derby?
No one gives a fuck.
I think it will.
No one gives
I think it's going to be
fuck.
really good. It's a good name.
No one cares.
I respect the name.
No one gives a shit.
Whoever came up with that, I like that.
Oh, great name, but no one gives a shit up there. So that's probably the only thing they've got going for it.
That's true.
20-point margin. Lions for me. Done.
Yeah, I think Lions will win this quite comfortably. I'll be
take
taking
that.
their line
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll take a
They've just
30-point
shown
win.
how much of a great team they can be. And at Metricon, it's not very far away. They'll be sleeping in their own beds that night. So, we love that here.
We do.
But no, yeah, I'll be definitely getting on the Lions here. And I'll be getting on a Joey Danaher. I reckon he could kick 5 in this game.
I think so too.
Yeah, because they've struggled. Like Brody Mychek pumped 4 on him, 24 touches, and even
King Twin, he still kicked a couple. You think kicked 3?
he did. He dominated. So no, I'd be getting on this. I'd be getting around it.
Yeah.
And I think Joey Danaher 5 snags could be in the bag.
Love it. I agree. Next Saturday afternoon game, Tigers and the Giants. Now that line's at 13.5, which I find really intriguing.
Intriguing. How?
Well, intriguing both ways because I like it both ways.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could see Tigers winning this by more than 13, but I can also see Giants keeping it close. I would tip Giants if
Same.
it wasn't at the G.
Oh, okay.
So I'm taking the Tigers just because we've seen this episode before. They usually respond after a bad loss. I mean, we've seen this episode numerous times now.
We have.
So I will be taking the Tigers.
Did they respond last week?
No, but they responded the week before, didn't they? After losing 2 in a row. So,
Yeah, St Kilda.
yes, they pumped them by
Yeah,
80
that's
plus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So they're going to respond now, I think, after that Geelong game. And they had Geelong beat at halftime.
Yeah,
and they just
did.
and then I think that's more of a Geelong being impressive than Richmond being a shambles second half. So
Yeah.
I don't think
Sort
any
of.
team in the competition would have kind of stopped Geelong that second half.
No.
There was no stopping that. So Melbourne would have lost by 100. So
Not true.
I'll be taking the Tigers here. Yes, taking the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the Giants in this one.
Really? You're
I
going to follow
think-
through with that and actually tip them, or you just
Yes.
listen to the podcast?
No, I will tip them as well. So
Wow.
I think... No, I don't know about that, actually. But I think the Tigers are in a world of hurt right now. Everyone's injured. Dusty looks like he doesn't care. Career low for pressure acts for Dusty. Also, Shane Edwards out. Also,
Shea
Bolden
That's just
out.
dawned on me.
Daniel Rioli out doesn't really
No,
matter.
that means nothing.
But with all the controversy going around in this game, I don't like the Tigers in this one.
Forgot about Bolton.
So he's their game winner
He
in
is,
there.
without-
Even more than Dusty last week. He could have been their game winner.
He's been their game winner for the last month.
Yeah, he has. So he's been in unbelievable form. And that's the reason they've been sort of doing well when they shouldn't have been. So
Oh,
I'm going to be taking the Giants in this one. I think Toby Green's going to have a field day. Dominated on the MCG last time. Had 7 shots at goal. And I think it's going to be much the same. So I'm going to be taking the Giants in this one. And we've been tipping the Giants very well recently. So
that's.
are you changing your tip?
I'm going to hedge my bet on Dylan Grimes' availability. That's
He's
what I'm
playing,
doing.
isn't he?
He was out last week, and I feel like that hurt them a lot.
That was
obviously.
concussion, though.
Yeah, so if he's in, I'll tip him Tigers.
Okay, interesting.
There we go. Because I think he's one of the only players so I can put on him like a Dane Rampy, and I can put on Toby Green. So
No,
I'll
he'll have him
take-
for breakfast.
I'll have Grimes, he's depending. He's my hedge to the bet at the moment.
Oh, interesting.
All right. Next game, Saturday night, Port Adelaide take on the Lions. The Dogs.
Will be a good game.
7-point margin, which I think is about right. I wouldn't be able to call it any other way.
I thought that was unders.
I think it's a 7-point margin regardless, depending on who's at home.
Yeah.
We have Lycett outs for 4 weeks. Houston have an injury cloud with his shoulder. I will be tipping the Bulldogs if I wasn't a Port Adelaide fan.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be tipping the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I think Port are back, but they've just not showing me enough.
No.
I think, especially after that gritty win, the Dogs will be firing and they'll be ready to go. They've only dropped one game, and it was to Richmond, who no one would have been Richmond that week. No one would have beaten them. After coming off a loss, they just absolutely... That's who they beat. They didn't beat St Kilda. That's who they
beat Bulldogs, yes. Correct.
Yeah, so I'm going to be tipping the Dogs in this one. I think they're going to come out firing.
Yeah.
Timmy English, hopefully, he's back.
That's huge. Obviously, Lycett out. They don't have Martin.
Yeah.
And they didn't have English last week. So they're going
And Sweet is out.
Sweet is out.
Yes, with a calf complaint, I believe.
So they'll be definitely pushing English back, whether he's ready or not.
Yeah.
So in terms of ruck, it evens it out completely. Because I think Laddams can kind of work against English. Both ruck-wise, they're not much better than either.
No, they're both sort of forwards who play ruck.
Yeah. So, and that's if we play Laddams. Sam Hayes. Yeah, it's a really shout. It's a real shout that he comes in. So you're taking Dogs?
Yeah, I'll take the Dogs. Not very confidently, but...
I would take the Dogs line.
I reckon this will be the tip that will divide everyone.
Yeah, I think so too, especially with the Crows fans. Now moving on to the Sunday games. Essendon and Freo, a 3-point margin, 3-point line, Essendon and Freo. This is a coin flip for me. I wish this wasn't at the G, or at the Marvel, but I think I'm going to take Fremantle.
Yeah, how are Freo underdogs? I reckon Freo
just because
easily
it's Marvel.
wins.
It's at Marvel. That's all it is.
Doesn't bother me at all. I think Freo...
Is that the G? No, the Marvel, yeah.
Yeah, with Marvel. I think Freo in this quite easily. Should be a really good win for them. They haven't had a win in a couple of weeks now, so
I agree.
It's really important that they get one here, and they'll really want to prove something. They'll want to prove that they're in the fight for the finals.
Yeah,
they did go 4-2 at the start of the season. They're now 4-4 after 2 hard weeks against quality opponents who both beat Port. So we both rate Port here. So quality opponents.
Four lines.
I think Essendon. I just don't rate them as a team. I've tipped against them every single game this year. Yeah. So I'm going to be getting on Freo. Yeah, definitely get on that line, plus 3.5.
Yeah, that's huge. I'll be taking that, no doubt.
Probably just worth it getting on the win, to be honest, because I think they will win. So should be a good game, though. Hopefully Nat Fyfe can step up and show the Brownlow medalist form that he's known for. So
he's slowly getting back into it now, being pushed back into midfield a little bit more.
Yeah.
Had 25 plus touches the last few weeks. So
could be some juice in the odds there, you think?
Could be, yes. And Essendon don't mind giving it up a little bit. So I'll be on a few on that. All right, Melbourne and Carlton, you can kick it off.
Melbourne win.
I'll be taking Carlton's a line, and I'm actually going to tip Carlton again.
Why?
Because if I tip them enough, if I tip them every week, they're going to eventually pay me back.
Well, you keep tipping them, and they keep losing when you tip them, and then you tip against them. And I'm tipping
against Melbourne because you're going to lose eventually too.
They were going to win that Bulldogs game because you tipped against them.
Yeah.
And they didn't anyway. But no, I think, the Demons will quite easily win this one. I think we'll put on a bit of a show. It won't be what we've really struggled with. We haven't struggled, but 8-0. But what we've really struggled with is just teams bringing it to us, hunting us, really attacking us and being gritty. And that's not what Carlton are going to be at all. So, I think we'll quite easily win it. And our defence are going to hold up. And Stephen May just going to dominate Harry Mackay. So, it's game over.
I hope that Melbourne's having that exact same conversation because then I'll be backing Carlton in very comfortably. I think you guys are going to go in thinking, this is a piece of piss. We're going to be 9-0. No teams teams barely ever get to 6-0.
Yeah.
Let alone 9-0, 10-0, 11-0. You're saying 16-0. It's not going to happen. You're going to drop a game very, very soon.
If we win this, we're in flag territory. 9-0. Last time we went 9-0, 1956.
Yeah.
And we won the flag.
Okay. It's got to mean something, doesn't it?
Exactly. But last time we went 8-0, it was 1965, and we didn't make the finals. So
there you go.
No, I think this will be 11 on the trot. If you didn't know, we won the 2 last games of the back end of last season. So it's already 10 on the trot. So I think 11 on the trot for the Demons. 9-0. Things are looking up. Onto the Bulldogs.
Blues for me. And the last game of the round. Gee, I tell you what, WA teams always get the last game of the round.
Yeah, because it's Perth time.
Oh, no, they always get the Sunday games. I feel bad for them. Anyway.
Oh, I guess so. But I
feel like you never see them getting Fridays or Saturdays. It's always Sunday nights. Anyway, it's been like that for the last month.
That's why I always make myself busy on Sunday nights, so I have to fucking watch them.
Okay, anyway.
I'm tipping the Eagles. I don't want to talk about this game. I won't be watching it. Neither will anyone else.
Eagles minus 38. Love it. Love it. Eagles by 50. They are a flat track bully team more than Port Adelaide. And if we can beat Crows by 49, what are they going to do to them? Probably 60.
Who knows?
Crows fucking suck.
Honestly, if the Eagles lose, I wouldn't be surprised.
Port played very average on the showdown. Wines had a nothing second half, and as did Gray. Our best player was our Scott Lycett, who got reported in the first half. And we beat him by 49, kicking 1 goal 5 Fantasia. Eagles by 60. Like, fucking kill them. So, yeah, Eagles for me.
Yeah, Eagles.
Moving on to the also undefeated segment, reverse undefeated. The North Melbourne segment, we'll call it.
Huge.
North Melbourne Maths Multis.
It's
0-7. 0-8, sorry.
It's not been good. I dropped it down to 2 legs last week.
How many legs did you get?
0.
Yeah, I thought so.
We went 0 for 2. I say we because people out there are loving it. And then you guys the fans out there were sending us in a few multis, actually. I don't know if you saw that on the Instagram cam.
Yeah.
They all lost as well, by the way.
Yeah, so you're not any better than us.
So you can't really come at me for anything.
Just stay in your lane, really.
But we got up $3 or $4 last week, didn't we, Cam?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't put any of the tips on the podcast, but that's all right. We need to do it like prior to the game, just like Chris Scott.
Yeah,
called him Adam Scott last podcast, just quietly. That is a golfer.
That's not even the right. That's not even Brad or Chris. It's Adam.
Yeah, it's a golfer.
Yeah,
so
I know. Well
Australian golfer. But no, Matt's multi this week.
Yeah,
it's a really juicy one. I've got 2 options for you today as well. Just in case you don't trust me and you want to go.
You're hedging your bets.
There's a fork in the road. You go either way. No, I'm not.
You are hedging your bets, hoping one of them gets up.
Well, watch them both lose.
Shocking.
But no, the first leg is going to be Luke Parker, that is, for 30 touches.
Love that.
So it's against Collingwood. Collingwood just bleed the pill. It's ridiculous.
No brainer.
So who's going to jump in and get some poisoning? Luke Parker.
Yeah.
So this is just a classic Luke Parker game to win.
He might kick 2 goals as well.
Honestly, it's against a big Victorian rival.
Loves it.
He'll jump in there, win at the SCG. I was going to take, listen to this, Callum Mills 30 touches, right? Bloke's been tearing up in the midfield.
Had 33 last week.
He's been loving it. Had 33 last week. Where? The MCG, right? Where is it this week? The SCG. I looked into some of Callum Mills' games at the SCG. He has had 1 game over 20 touches.
This year?
At the SCG. This year.
1 over 20?
Yep, and he had 25 in it.
So every other game he's had sub 20?
He's averaging 20.7 touches this season in 4 games at the SCG. He's got 19, 19 and 20.
And he's still putting up good fantasy scores as well. But that's amazing, isn't
How
it?
interesting is that?
Wow.
The SCG, I had to keep scrolling. Every game in the SCG, just keep scrolling. Against the Crows, 19 touches.
It's the squashed oval that doesn't fit his game style. He likes to be able to move around. His endurance shows off.
Yep, exactly.
The MCG, like Titch has been doing it his whole entire career.
And who loves a little squashed oval?
Big contested balls like Kennedy and Parker.
So I might even have a play at Callum Mills unders, but that is a choice for you.
So that's your fork in the road.
Yes, exactly. That's my fork in the road. So you can either go Parker
30 plus,
or Mills under, or just not better at all. It's up to you. But then the next game of the round, we've got Brisbane at home. No, in Metricon.
At Metricon, but whatever.
25 plus. I've gone quite.
What's that line?
Quite conservative with this. It's 20.5.
Okay.
I've gone quite conservative with this. 25 plus. I could go 40 plus, honestly, but I'm just going to leave it. Joey Danaher will kick 5. But Brisbane 25 plus, not much more needed for that one. But the kicker of the Mats multi, Jordan Ridley.
Yes.
25 touches, right, against Freo, who give it up to Backman. As we found out last week,
they do.
Daniel Rich most touches called on the podcast.
Yes, they do.
Jordan Ridley for 25 touches is paying $2.40.
Really? And he's had multiple 30-plus games this year.
He has been tearing up.
I like that.
I think, Jordan Ridley, 25 touches, absolute juice. Get on. So Matt's multi this week. You've got Luke Parker, 30 touches. You've got Brisbane, 25 plus against Gold Coast. And you've got Jordan Ridley, 25 plus touches. Or you've got Callum Mills under, Brisbane 25 plus, Jordan Ridley 25 plus. Get on it.
I will get you the odds. Bear with me, YouTube and Spotify
For
listeners.
what? $2.20?
No, for the entire.
Oh, it's $10. $10 odds.
$10 comes too.
Yeah. So
Like that.
$10 odds for everyone out there. Some absolute value this week. So chuck $3 or $4 on that. You can pay for a palmy and a pint.
Love it. Beautiful. All right.
Get around it.
I've been saying every week, that's my favourite one yet, but I'm going to stop saying that because you're not winning yet. So I'm going to say that's my worst one yet, I reckon. That's your worst one yet.
Oh, I like
Try the
that.
reverse psychology.
I don't think it will win.
No, I think it's a shoe-in to lose.
For sure.
Sure.
But no, onto our hot wings. So I
Yes.
can go first if you like.
No, you can go first.
So I was...
Actually, I'll go first. You've been talking too much.
You might have... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go first.
I just was going to give you time to think of one.
No, I've already got one, mate. You only think I have.
All over it.
Hawthorn. You've been saying, what'd you call it down there? Utah's?
Utah
What'd
Stadium.
you say was the
Pig Park.
Pig Park?
Yeah.
Well,
Because Tom Mitchell has said it's his favourite oval to play.
Yes, I said that. So I'm going to back that in as well. And I'm going to say that Pig Park will pig out and he will have 50 touches. I don't know
50 touches.
You won't be able to get odds on it, but whatever the highest odds you can get, I think it might be 35 plus or 40 plus. 40 plus. Titch 40 plus down there, get on it. If you can get him, I wouldn't be
He
surprised.
got 40 plus last week. 41.
Exactly. He's in form, and Hawthorn need to kick up the arse, and they need a win, don't they? Alastair Clarkson's going to put a rocket up his arse, I reckon. And in the pig pen, I'll be taking Tom Mitchell, 50 touches. Don't know if you can bet it anywhere at all.
Yeah, you'll be able to.
You'll be find it somewhere. Find it somewhere. It'd probably pay $10.
I think it would, yeah.
I reckon.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
You'd hope more.
You'd hope so. But it is Titch.
It
But
is
anyway,
Titch,
Titch,
yeah.
50 plus, that's my hot wing of this week. Move on to yours.
I love it. So, yeah, I have a team that I've been quite keen on all year, tipping against and for them. They found a nice patch of form now, and I think they can be a team to bully their opposition this week at the MCG. So I'm taking GWS 40 plus against Richmond.
40 plus.
40 plus. I think they're going to lay it on them. Toby Green, 6 goals. Finlayson is rubbed out for this week, so he won't kick any,
This is
I don't
getting
think.
really spicy.
And yeah, Harry Himmelberg going to jump in there with a couple of goals. Matty Flynn, hopefully to return. Would love that.
I would love that fantasy.
But no, I think, GWS's midfield is just going to dominate hard players like Callum Ward, and you got Taranto in there as well. Josh Kelly going to
Do you
dominate.
want Flynn back, considering they are
Yes, I
winless
do.
with him in the team?
Yes, I want him back.
And they are undefeated with Mummy in the team.
Mummy looked tired last week. You
They're
need to get him
gassed.
out for a rest. So get Matty Flynn in, and I'd say GWS 40 plus against the reigning premiers. Now that is a hot wing.
I remember the last time we were this confident about GWS beating Richmond. It was a grand final, and we all know how that went.
Yeah,
So
didn't go very well.
hopefully not
actually.
deja vu for yourself.
But last week, who beat Richmond? Geelong in the what? Grand final rematch. Who called grand final?
This is 2 years ago.
Grand final rematch. Revenge game.
It's too long ago.
The
now.
revenge game is alive and well.
This is Sean Burgoyne playing Port Adelaide revenge game now.
They pumped. That is a revenge game. They
It
pumped
was
them.
10 years ago.
They pumped them.
It was more than that.
So definitely get around GWS 40 plus. Don't know what's paying.
This-
Probably like $7.
This is Brad Hill versus Hawthorn revenge game. This is Adam Treloar versus GWS revenge game.
Yeah, all you're saying is revenge game.
Oh.
This is Jared Lyons versus Gold Coast. This weekend, actually. Get on him for most touches. Revenge game. But no, GWS 40 plus against the reigning premiers. They've got no one in the team. They've got controversy coming out their ass this week. They're going to be distracted. Get on it.
Oh, that's a really spicy. That's a Carolina Reaper, isn't it?
Wow, you love the Scoville scale, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know any other apart from a Ghost Chili and a Carolina Reaper. But that's as far as it goes. But anyway, that is episode 12. Yes, 12.
Yep.
Finished of the Wing It podcast.
12.
12. Sure, okay. Moving on. Thank you very much for listening.
Yep.
I believe this is new news. Dogger doesn't even know this yet. But I will imagine either next week or the week after, the American episode will return as we get back in towards the NBA playoffs.
Yep. Only 8 days to go.
There we go. So probably 2 episodes time, I'd say, we'll be back into the NBA.
Or next week.
I'm not sure how it works straight away. Is there a break in between?
Playoff preview.
Yeah, we'll do a playoff preview.
Preview the playing tournament.
Yeah, that should be good fun. All right, so we'll return next week, the NBA and American episode.
Very exciting.
And we can talk about the NFL draft, which was. So
Yep.
that'll be back next week.
Absolutely.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening. And make sure you follow us on the socials.
Yep. So follow us on TikTok.
At Wing It Podcast.
Follow us on Instagram.
At Wing It Podcast.
Also, watch us on YouTube. We've been posting consistently lately.
We have. Yep. At Wing It Podcast.
And also, listen to us on Spotify, which you're probably listening to right now.
At Wing It Podcast. We do not have faces for radio. We have faces for TV. So make sure you
Yeah,
view us
definitely.
on YouTube. So,
I got faces for the big screen.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
cheers.